Welcome and welcome back to the Light Renegades. My name is Starr. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. To those that might be new, we are the Light Renegades. We are a collective of Pleiadian beings, bringing you information from the stratospheres that are ever expanding. We are disclosing cosmic secrets and hopefully bringing forward information to help you stand ever more in your sovereignty and in your power. That being said, if you are here for the first time, welcome and thank you for joining us. Today's message is a pre-channeled message from the Lyrans, and if you do not know whom the Lyrans are, I would suggest pausing here and doing a little bit of self-research just to make sure that you are sat in the energies and understanding of just where this information is coming from. This has definitely been something that has been brought to my attention in the most recent weeks, making sure that I'm watching and consuming information that is going to be of the highest understanding for myself and to help me expand. And Teams of Light reminded me that, it is well over a year since starting this channel. I keep saying a year and I don't know why time just isn't a thing for me anymore. And they reminded me that I've been sat in dense energy for such a long time, and I came to my absolute snapping point of consciousness. To those that are in real time, thank you so much for your kind words and your comments of love. I very much felt the energies, and I feel a ton lighter than I did from when I first channeled those 3 messages that I put out for you all after a little bit of a break. And I was so grateful to be received in such a positive way, and for me to be able to remind myself that I am here for a reason and everything that I'm doing is helping the collective somewhere. So this is very much an encouraging and supportive message from the Lyrans. This is about the holiday season, and I was grateful to be able to channel it for you all. So today's message from the Lyrans was titled The Holidays, and they started with, "Dear Light Ones, we wish to thank you all for your patience and your understanding at this time. So many of you have been working so hard behind the scenes to hold so many of your dear ones close in ultimate compassion and light. We step forward today with a message that may seem a little out of the ordinary for us. We wish to speak of love and its capacity to heal the all. We know that Star Walkers seem to be a broken record with this notion. However, we step forward knowing that we share this understanding when you need it the most. The holiday season is coming up for so many, and these can be challenging times. You have to connect with loved ones you may not have seen since you were a child, times that you were perhaps a little more fragile and confused. You may have not seen family and friends since your recent upgrades and awakenings. This is a reminder to just stand in your truth, but also allow for yourself to just be submerged into the all. We wish for the collective to enjoy their time and know that it's okay to take the hat off of serious light worker from time to time. Please do just go and have some fun. There'll be much more information for you to seed in when the time is right. Please do just enjoy the now, however that looks for you. If that means not speaking about the negative reptilians, aliens, other planets for a couple of days just to spend some quality time, that is okay. It's okay to meet others where they are. Not everyone is ready for this top-tier disclosure, but it doesn't mean that they aren't ready to accept your love. We hope that this message is sinking in where it needs to, collective. Please know that we wish to step forward throughout this time to offer up any extra support for those that may find this season of socializing with family and friends challenging. Please know that we are doing all that we can to help raise the vibration so that when we hit the start of 2025, the vibration will be as high as possible. And the Lyrans wanted me to remind all of you that last year, throughout January, I was kind of taken back to base level. I resonate as being a Pleiadian Starseed, and all of my capabilities as a Starseed, as a being that has raised their vibration, was taken from me. So I was very much at base level, and I was there to just consume this frequency that the negative reptilians pump into planet Earth. And when it comes to the, calendar of however we all live right now, that calendar of the new year starting 2024 as it was last year. And I was absolutely pummeled with this energy, and it was so destabilizing for my mental psyche, for my physical body and my emotional body. I felt like I was just being pulled apart in all directions, and I couldn't believe that this was the energy that the negative reptilians pummel into Earth, because they know that all of us are here, starting these fresh new years, if you work by that calendar, and starting intentions of, wanting to set intentions for a positive new year ahead. And it was incredibly disheartening. And Teams of Light assured me that they are making sure that they are putting much more of a stronghold of our fragments of crystalline energy that we have at this time over planet Earth. We are strengthening all of the fabrics and containers that we've set out for Teams of Light to be able to raise the vibration of the entirety of this planet. And the Lyrans said, they're very much stepping forward to help all of us in this expression too. So if you feel like your energy is depleting at any time, please do step forward and just ask for the Lyrans for their support. You can say this, just in your mind, you can say this out loud, and they will come in and support you. But I'm going to continue. And the Lyran stated that love is a universal language. You don't have to speak it, you just have to feel it. And if feeling feels too much right now, embrace it and just let it rest upon your skin. Allow for yourself to soften into its grasp. And when I read this back before sitting down, I absolutely burst into tears at that expression, because sometimes I think that the vibration of love just feels too overwhelming, specifically at certain points in your journey when you've hit those marker points of reaching those spaces of real tender expression of, heart, self, and soul. It can just feel like the high vibrations are too much to sit in. But please do just call that in, especially at the times when you feel like you've hit rock bottom. And this was something that Teams of Light brought to my attention over this past week of me releasing. And because I just been filtering in this energy of self-doubt for such a long time, in my expression, I go into a little bit more depth about that. You can watch the most recent energy update video titled Vampires and What Next, I think, to understand that. So I was sat in so much self-doubt that I didn't even feel like I could call for help. I didn't even feel like I could call for, divine frequency to meet me where I am. Although I've been sat in it for such a long time, it just felt so far out of my grasp. But this week I've just been sat calling in the angels, calling in all Teams of Light to help me. And it was overwhelming feeling this love again, which felt like the first time. So it's okay to be, pushing out the energies of love when you first start awakening, when you hit these marker points of just feeling like I really have to turn within to do some healing. But please keep calling in the love, even when it feels uncomfortable. And I think I'm speaking to those that perhaps are just starting to want to take a lighter path. You might have been coming from such darker expressions of your life, or you've been going through ancestral wounding and healing that karma, or healing inner child, inner teenager, that expression. It can feel quite jarring to receive this divine frequency. So if this love feels too much, just let it rest upon your skin and just feel the emotion, feel into that energy, and just know that it's being sent to you, even if you're not in your capabilities and being able to physically feel it. If you ask a being for help, they come and support you, I promise you. So keep having the faith and keep trusting in everything that you are sensing and feeling around you, because it's here for you. It's here for your highest expression, even if it feels so dark at the time. But I'm going to continue. And the Lyran said, keep your eyes peeled. We will be right by your side. We do also love the holidays, so many more with a smile on the face for the most part, and it's a blessing to behold. Enjoy every moment, the laughter, the singing, and be mindful of just how much junk food and drink you are consuming. But aside from that, please do just go and have all the fun. We'll be right beside you. All of our love from your furry friends, the Lyrans. And I wanted to say that it's so important to have fun. I filmed those 3 videos for you all when I was just in the most amounts of crippling energy, and I did have an event coming up in this weekend that has just passed, and I absolutely did not want to go. It was a friend's birthday, and I just thought, I don't feel up for it. And Teams of Light said, please, 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 please just go. And I just walked down the street and I realized that I was frowning. I realized that I was stood in a state of just, sinking into all the feelings of a darker nature. And I thought, I'm just going to put a smile on my face and see what that does. And I just smiled to myself. I immediately started to laugh. I immediately started to feel the energies of love around me. And, I went out to this event and I just danced all night and I had the best time. I laughed so much. I saw so many people that I haven't seen for a really long time in my life. And I was just embraced with so much love. And Teams of Light said, we wanted you to go and experience life again. I've been very much in this bubble of dealing with a lot of this negative reptilian order and expression. And it gets difficult to go and be in the present given time and in real life. I've been sat in those expressions where you just think, I can't go and have a normal conversation. I don't know how to do that anymore. And this is I want to say, permission, that you're allowed to just go and turn that light worker hat off. You're allowed to take that hat off. You're allowed to turn that light off just for a moment and just to embrace it all, embrace everything that is happening in your present given time. It's okay to be just submerged in the energies of everyone else and meeting them where they are. And I think this line really, really hit me when the Lyran said, not everyone is ready for this top tier disclosure, but it doesn't mean that they aren't ready to accept your love. And I think that I've been having to learn that, understand that, and see that in as truth. And I've been a being that had to kind of step away from a lot of energies in my life because it just wasn't helpful for me. But I think I hadn't been given others enough room to just be in love with me, to be able to sit in the vibration of love and expression and understanding with me. And I think it's very easy to get stuck in the negative on this path when you've been having to battle and fight for your spaces to be heard, to be accepted, to be seen as you are. And the fight gets arduous, the fight feels long, and the road feels even longer. But this is a pause for peace. This is a pause for, okay, I've come this far in my journey. Can I just enjoy this holiday season? You know, how might that look for you? And we're all at different stages. And, you know, my heart goes out to you if this is very much a traumatic time rather than a happy time for some. I know that that will be the case, but call upon your teams of light because they want to support you in that space too. So never think that you are in too dark of an expression to be helped. I definitely felt like that in the most recent weeks. I thought, you know, I very much sunk into victimhood and feeling like I'd done all of this to myself. And I didn't feel like I was worthy to be calling in teams of light at the highest capacity because I felt at such a low vibration. Again, vibrations that I hadn't felt for a real long time. And teams of light said, you know, we're here to support you in every shade of your colors, and we're here to support you, especially when you're sat in the dark. So please do remember that if this is a trying time for you, the holiday seasons isn't a time for you to, you know, be sinking into the most amounts of love. There might be spaces where you're having to deal with a lot in this present given time. There's a lot that I've been having to release before 2025, and some of you might be in that expression, but please do trust that you deserve to feel love at its deepest capacity. So call on the Lyrans, they are here to support us. But I think that's all that I want to share with regards to the holiday season. Please do take some time to just be and enjoy yourself and enjoy wherever you are, wherever you find yourself in your journey. And it's okay to go and have some fun. I think sometimes we get in this tunnel vision of needing to heal, needing to progress, needing to expand. And this is very much all teams saying it's okay to pause. It's okay to just put the weight down, to put the fight down right now, and to be sinking into the capabilities that you have from a heart-centered space. And that can be quite challenging when you're in darker expressions, when you're dealing with your shadow, when you're dealing with those real deep pains and pangs of the past. I very much hear you, I see you, believe me. But I just put a smile on my face and I continue to walk the path in my own way. And this is about finding your way and what works for you. I've been very much drawn back to the beginning, to the drawing board again. How do I want to be, you know, dealing with my day? How do I want to be consuming content that is going to be of the highest vibration for me, but also be serving my expanse? And it's a very fine line sometimes between I want to say that which expands you and that which cripples you. So it's a constant rejigging of emotional understanding, physical acknowledgement, and the etheric body inside of all of that. So make sure that you are doing everything that you can to remain as stable as you can in your mental capacities, and also looking after your physical vessel. But please do, you know, just go and have some fun, and however that looks to you, you know, good of all, harm to none. And make sure that you trust that wherever you are on your path, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Sometimes we're trying to clamor and fight to be in a different state of understanding, but it is always happening in divine right timing for us. So trust in that energy too. However your life looks for you right now, it's supposed to be that way. And if you want to make changes, set those intentions, you know, coming into 2025. That's what it's here for. So take a pause right now, go and have some fun, and then come back to the drawing board when you feel in a lighter space. Sometimes we try and just keep pushing forward, and when we're in the dark we can't see the light. So take that pause to come back to self, give yourself that self-love so that you can come to the drawing board from a higher vibration. And you know, if you find yourself walking down the street frowning or getting annoyed and being triggered, please just put a smile on your face, because I promise you it changes the vibration of everything. There's been days where I've just been erupting with laughter because I've been having to see where I've been sat in my own pity party. And you know, I thought I've come through a lot, there's so much that I've already faced, I can get through this. So thank you all so much for your love and support. This is another year coming to a close. Can you believe it? And I'm just so thankful for this collective. I was sat in, I don't want to come back. I don't know how to come back. I didn't know how to share all this information with you all. So to be embraced with such love and such understanding was, you know, it was an eye-opening expression for me to see just how much I've grown in my spaces, just how much, you know, I am received with love by so many. And it's okay to just be me and to show up exactly as me, you know, warts and all at this point. And I'm grateful for each of you doing that in your own lives too. We are all together in this, and keep fighting the good fight, but fight it with love. This is something that I keep having to remind myself. My heart is so giving and it's so open, and you know, if others coming and try and take advantage of that, that is their expression, and I don't have to close my heart off. I just have to set stronger boundaries and keep stepping forward in my deepest capacity of love for myself and those that I know are willing to accept it. This is about equal reciprocity, and you know, give that love out to those that you might know need it the most. And even if they can't give equal reciprocity, set those boundaries, but just send those little sparkles out also. I was not going to let anything dim my light, and I thought I'm going to really enjoy this holiday season, so I'm going to continue to purge. I'm going to continue to be stepping back on the path into my light to its deepest capacity. I'm going to be allowing in for the expanse, but I'm also going to spend that time with my loved ones, with my friends and my family, and I'm going to enjoy it. And I really do encourage all of you to do the same. It's okay to put the weight down from time to time and just experience it. We came here to live, and sometimes I think we forget that when we know that we are here for such expanse, and the road gets tough. But please do go and enjoy the holiday seasons, and we will be back with you all when the time feels right in 2025, everyone. But yeah, it's been an incredible year. There's been a lot happening with this closure. I am so elated by things that have been brought to the attention of, the mass media with regards to some disclosure that is happening right now. I really do hope that there is justice for so many in those expressions. So keep those eyes peeled on the expanse, but also just go and have some fun and sink into that love. But so much love for myself and all of us Light Renegades, and we will see you in 2025. Take care.